Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Will kids be able to go to summer camps this year? I'm Sandra Ali. The changes camps are looking at if they're allowed to open this summer and why some are hoping you'll consider their virtual options.
Can coronavirus live in swimming pools or on fresh flowers? With the weather warming up, Dr. McGeorge answers your most pressing questions about the spread of the virus. But first,
we're making decisions based on the best medical science, not a political poll, not a tweet, and not a threat of litigation.
The governor going up against Republicans in the legislature and the White House as she announces a plan to reopen other industries in Michigan. Good to have you with us for Local 4 News at 6. We have a live report on the fight in Lansing in a moment. We're going to start, though, with the day's big headlines.
There were 977 new cases of coronavirus confirmed in Michigan today and 77 more lives lost. Our total now sits at more than 42,000 cases and nearly 3,900 deaths. Still, the state's top medical expert says she's encouraged by what she's seeing, but says there's still a long way to go. Other encouraging news today, U.S. regulators allowed for emergency use of the drug remdesivir that appears to help some coronavirus patients recover faster.
Governor Whitmer signed an executive order allowing more businesses to get back to work on May 7th. That's this coming Thursday. That includes the construction industry, real estate, and jobs typically performed outside. Those businesses, though, must implement safety protocols.
But the fight over the governor's policies, though, is just getting started.
At that briefing today, she called out Republican lawmakers in Lansing and the president. Business editor Rod Maloney live with a look at where this fight seems to be headed. Rod, the protests, the threat of lawsuits, it just keeps getting more and more heated.
Yeah, it is, Devin. And think about it. Last night, the governor unilaterally put out another state of emergency. And then this morning, or actually this afternoon, she threatened to veto everything that the legislature has passed in the last week. And then she's inviting them to sue her. This video, Local 4 shot at yesterday's protest outside the House chamber, went viral, more than 12 million views on Twitter. Today, the governor lashed out at the protesters.
Yesterday's scene at the Capitol was disturbing, to be quite honest.
President Trump sided with them in a tweet saying, quote, "The governor of Michigan should give a little and put out the fire. These are very good people, but they're angry. They want their lives back again, safely. See them, talk to them, make a deal," end quote. She quickly tweeted a Michelle Obama meme captioned, quote, "Our motto is, when they go low, we go high," end quote. And she took on the president and legislative Republicans in her presser this afternoon.
You know, the spirit of make a deal and the spirit of the outreach that's happened from the legislature about trying to negotiate sectors opening up. You know, we're not in a political crisis where we should just negotiate and find some common ground here. We're in a public health crisis.
It doesn't feel like there is a plan, and that's the frustrating part.
Republican State Representative Shane Hernandez of Port Huron takes exception with the governor's salvos, saying her approach is still one size fits all and inconsistent.
What is the difference between two people showing up to clean a swimming pool or open a swimming pool and two people showing up and mowing your lawn? How is one safe and the other not safe?
And so with that question, the Republican legislature didn't sue today, but it's looking like they're looking to go to court sometime next week. Reporting live in West Bloomfield, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Ron, the state's top medical executive said today there will be new guidance soon on whether other medical procedures can resume.
Her comments come one day after Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan called on the governor to open up the rest of the healthcare system so people with serious illnesses can get treatment.
I encourage anyone who believes they need to be seen for important and time-sensitive medical care to reach out to their doctor to talk about getting that done. And certainly, if you think you are having an emergency, chest pain, difficulty breathing, worsening stomach pain, do not delay seeking medical care.
Dr. Khaldun says the governor's executive order banning elective surgeries was done to open up hospital beds, but she says hospital capacity has improved, especially in Southeast Michigan. Well, it's a big question for a lot of families tonight. Will our children be able to go to summer camp?
Our Sandra Ali shows us there are still more questions than answers.
When it comes to in-person camps, organizers right now are waiting for more guidance from state and county leaders. Also from the Centers for Disease Control before they can make final decisions. In the meantime, though, camp organizers are working on a contingency plan to try to offer kids some type of programming.
Summer camp, kids outside playing games, making friends and memories. In Canton Township, in-person camps like these are canceled through at least July 4th.
We know right now there's no way we could have a group of children in some small rooms at our community center and still keep people socially distanced.
This is what camp usually looks like at the Roper School in Bloomfield Hills, but this summer they'll only offer virtual camps.
Logistics of trying to operate a physically distanced camp of 400 students is just not doable. We will be offering 2 through 6 week programs in math, language arts, theater, forensics, science, and art and cooking.
The American Camp Association says it's working with camp operators to develop contingency plans. That includes online programs. It expects camp decisions in early May. The association says, we don't wish to speculate on the ever-evolving nature of COVID-19's impact on the summer camp season.
We are hopeful and planning like we will have in-person camp, but we understand that things change.
The director of leisure services in Canton knows a lot of families rely on their camps for childcare. If they can offer camp, there will be changes, like no field trips to avoid busing, possibly pre-screening children, including taking temperatures.
Do we have to limit the number of kids that we're able to accommodate to be able to increase our distancing, cleaning procedures, sharing of toys, sharing of activity supplies, and how we clean those things between usage? Those are all the types of things that we're considering to see what we can do to make it safe if we are able to accommodate summer camp.
And both camps say they will offer full refunds. I'm Sandra Ali. Back to you.
All right, Sandra. Canton says if they get the go-ahead to offer in-person camp, another challenge will be hiring. They'll need time to hire and properly train staff to offer the camps.
With new information constantly coming in, we know everyone has a lot of questions concerning coronavirus and how it changes the way we need to do things. Dr. Frank McGeorge is back to answer more of your questions involving everyday activities, Doc.
Let's start with a personal protective equipment question. A viewer asks, I often see people with gloves and no mask, or a mask and no gloves. Which is better? Well, that's fairly straightforward. A mask is definitely a more important choice than gloves. You can wash your hands, but a mask is the best way to filter the air you breathe in and out. With the weather warming up, several viewers have asked recently, is it safe to swim in a pool once they open for the season? The answer is yes. There is no evidence that the virus can spread by water, especially if it's chlorinated. The bigger issue is going to be maintaining an appropriate distance, since you won't be wearing a mask while you're swimming. Another commonly asked question, given the COVID-19 outbreaks in meat processing plants, is whether pork, chicken, or beef are still safe to eat. Well, the answer is yes, since you're going to be cooking the meat. The outer packaging, though, should still be treated like any groceries, and hopefully you're taking the usual precautions when handling raw meat. Now here's another interesting question. Is it possible for us to use too much hand sanitizer? Could the virus become resistant? Well, the answer is no. Chemical disinfectants like alcohol and other cleaning agents work by directly destroying the virus. There is no opportunity for a virus to become resistant to cleaners. Now finally, another viewer asks, can COVID-19 live on fresh-cut flowers or plants being sold at my grocery store? Well, the virus wouldn't likely live very long on plants or flowers themselves, but you should treat the flower pot or the plastic wrap as you would any item at the grocery store. Wipe it down with a disinfectant wipe and wash your hands after you're done. Back to you.
All right, Frank. Some Fiat Chrysler workers will head back to work on Monday. They will be putting new safety protocols into place when plants reopen.
Today, Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan says he's encouraged to see more workers getting tested at the fairgrounds, and that includes people who work for the Big Three.
Our fairgrounds yesterday hit a new high. We tested more than 1,000 people on the fairgrounds itself for the first time ever. In addition to that, we did another 250 tests in the Abbott labs, so our numbers continue to climb, and it's really encouraging to see the companies, including the auto companies, now starting to send their workers through the fairgrounds. You can see companies getting ready to reopen.
Mayor Duggan says right now he's most worried about the weather this weekend. Police will be out patrolling to make sure people are still following social distancing rules.
A new coronavirus testing site opened today with an important goal: eliminate barriers to get Detroit's most vulnerable screenings. It's at the Say Detroit Family Health Clinic in Highland Park on Glendale near Woodward and the Davidson. You don't need a car or health insurance to get screened. As Priya Mann shows us, people with symptoms will be tested on the spot for free.
Say Detroit has launched a new testing site in Highland Park and says it will help serve underserved communities. And doctors say they want to administer as many tests as possible to meet the growing needs.
Opening the doors, we had 100 people the first day, which was way beyond our expectations.
Say Detroit is now offering free COVID-19 tests. You don't need a prescription or health insurance or even a car. You can walk in, get screened, and if you have symptoms, will be tested.
We thought that we would not see so many this week, and it turns out we've seen much more than we thought.
Say Detroit's mobile testing site in Highland Park is making it easier for underserved communities to get tested.
So we knew that if we saw a problem in Detroit, it's going to be a problem in Highland Park. We wanted to remove barriers of spacing and opportunity. So we wanted to set up right in the Highland Park area so that these people that live in this community, that work in this community, can have opportunity to get testing.
It's a collaborative effort. Say Detroit is funding the free testing site. Trinity Health is providing staffing. Detroit Rescue Mission Ministries offered the lot and security, and the nonprofit D2N set up the facility.
There's only so much any individual can do, and being part of a collaborative effort where everyone cares, everyone's passionate, is incredible. And again, this is how you get stuff done in Detroit. This is what makes Detroit great.
Mitch Albom founded Say Detroit in 2006. Now, every week he's been posting new chapters to his series called Human Touch. If you'd like to buy a copy, all the proceeds will go to running this free testing facility. I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
All right, Priya, also on clickondetroit.com, all the information you need to know about the site. It is open on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. Well, we saw the sun again today.
Proof that it still does exist. Hi, Ben.
Yeah, Kim and Devin, if you've got the windows open, you can probably smell what your neighbor's grilling. It's that time of year again, as we're in May and the 70s are around the corner. We'll look at those next.
At home, a small business owner says he starts to think if he's going to lose his business. He says just getting up and heading into work makes a big difference.
I think Americans have opportunity. If you work hard, doesn't matter what situation it is, keep it positive thinking and keep fighting.
How selling sports memorabilia here, curbside in Livonia, actually is more about the owner's positive attitude than it is about anything else.